Hey everybody, I always think it's over here. Hi. Hey, it's Tony with The Abstractionist. I'm here with the October wrap up. Let's get the more personal stuff out the way. I feel like October for me was just like a really emotionally new time. Like I left my pharmacy technician job, and then I started a massage job, and then I'm still in school for my MFA. So it was kind of like on a personal level, I felt like I was growing and developing. I was deepening my writing, getting to be a little bit more accepting and vulnerable and open. So like personally, it was a major development. On the spiritual side, it felt like though I had a huge slump, and I've had this slump I think since the fall kicked in. I guess it could be related to the fact that like it's getting darker earlier, and I kind of don't want to be outside as a result, and just like all these things. And I felt like I just didn't want to do shit. So I was in a slump, and I've been in a slump for like a month or two. And so October was just like carrying over that slump. So my output really wasn't that much in October, and most of it, pretty much all of it, now that I'm looking at it, has been decks. It was a very deck heavy month for you guys, and it was only towards the end of the month that I started to get back into doing videos. And the reason why is because I didn't want a deck heavy channel. I kind of feel like I don't, if you watch and you like deck reviews and stuff like that, great, but understand that that's not the focus of what my channel is, nor is it what I want my channel to focus on. So I kind of had to recenter myself, because you know there's a bunch of channels out there that were less deck heavy, and then they became kind of solely exclusively deck channels. And I kind of find that it is sad that sometimes tarot tube, this side of tarot tube, there's different avenues of tarot too, but I'm talking about the tarot side that is more intellectualizing when it comes to tarot, oracle, divination practices, spiritual practices. It seems like sometimes there's this push, and it's not on the consumerism tip, but it's just kind of, excuse me, on a content push. That's what people like to see. They like to see the content of buying decks and stuff like that. I didn't want to do that anymore, and not that I don't have decks that I want to buy and stuff like that, but I don't want it to be a deck heavy channel to the extent that it has been. So October was very deck heavy. I don't think September was, because I feel like I didn't do much. Yeah, I didn't do much in September to begin with, and I was in a slump during that time. Yeah, I was in a pretty big slump at that time, so I really didn't want to be bothered to begin with. Other personal life things is I started an art channel, I started a writing channel, I went back. I have a writing Instagram and a art Instagram, so I just kind of started doing more on those platforms, and so there's that. But yeah, I felt like really slumped, and I don't know if it was like also I had to extend energy to those things, that I kind of felt like I can't put a lot here, and the deck videos were the easiest. But yeah, so that's what happened with that. And then yeah, that's about it as far as my personal. So I'm just gonna get into the decks that I purchased, just in case you guys know. Recap: Dreamers Tarot. I purchased this. There you go. I always feel like I'm not. There you go. The Dreamers Tarot. Yeah, I haven't found a place for this one yet. Mindfulness on the Go. Which is not a tarot deck. So this is one. There's 70 cards, right? This one is like kind of, you pick cards and it's talking about different meditations you can do. We got Oracle of the Universe, Stacey DeMarco. So this is an oracle. Goddess of Love Tarot. Wild Mystic Oracle. This surprised me because I didn't think that the artwork was as nice as it was. I don't know. When I looked at it, I was like, I'm kind of on the fence. But the artwork turned out to be really nice. The Arcana of Astrology, which I hope to use in the future because I do have astrological videos that I want to do. I actually came to the conclusion this month that I would like to write more about astrology. So if you ever followed me on Instagram, you would know that I changed it. Until this point has been more of a stream of consciousness. Like, I talked about spirituality and then it became a stream of consciousness, kind of like my daily life, the mundane, and then like a spiritual kind of message, so to speak. And now it's shifted to astrology because that's what I wanted to talk about and write about. And I felt like Instagram is like a good way to kind of do little blurbs of writing for astrology. I eventually want to publish next year astrology, like little mini books and things like that to sell. So there's that. But I shifted a little bit, and so I had to design different little boxes and things on Canva, right? Nothing too serious. But yeah, I shifted a little bit to astrology, so there definitely will be more astrology videos in the works. Back to the decks, I have the Witch's Wisdom, Illuminated Tarot, a Yogic Path, Heavenly Bodies, Astrology, right? So these are all the decks that I got. The last thing that I bought, which is not a deck, but it is something that I felt was going to be important, is this deck that I'm going to show you. I'm going to move all this stuff out the way. And it is the... It's 100 postcards from Austin to Zola. It's from Penguin. So it's different postcards of their books, but basically when they started publishing how they looked, and you can see as time progresses how the styles change from one era to another, right? You can kind of see how it starts to change. Ooh. So maybe there are ones, and it starts to, and then they kind of go to their current styles. And so I just thought that it was a really cool deck to use. Because I made you some sort of bibliomancy-esque type things. And so yeah, there's that. But yeah, what I have plans, oh, forget, it's not over here, it's right here. What I have planned for next month is this. I finally followed through with reading this, and I'm not done yet, but I have followed through with reading Astrology for the Soul, North Node Pisces. I was gonna do like North Node Scorpio. I was like, no, stay the path, it doesn't matter. So I might just wrap up Pisces and then like go to Scorpio and then like go from there. I don't know, because it's essentially all out order anyway, so it doesn't matter. Because I was supposed to do each month the sun sign that it was in. I was going to do the North Node, and then I what happened? Like by late spring, I was like behind, and then my birthday came and I was behind, and then fall came and I was behind. So yeah, there's that. So I am doing Astrology for the Soul. So book club is back on officially. I've been making actual notes, so I'm not gonna do a pretty long video on it. Hopefully it's going to be under like 15 minutes, but I have been making a bunch of notes for North Node Pisces, so expect that to come out in November. along with some maybe other books that I'm reading. There was a book that I had read that I didn't make notes on, unfortunately. So I'm going to reread it, make the notes, and then come back. Because I got the short version of the book, and I read the book. I read the entire book. But it was only like 100 pages of that. I don't even think it was 100. I think it was like 15, 20-ish, 30-ish pages maybe. But yeah, I decided I was going to do that. So look out for those things. And I don't have any decks that I'm really anticipating buying. I kind of have to get my like more personal life in order in terms of like stabilizing my job schedule, things like that. So like right now, money to spend for these isn't the biggest thing. So there's that. So that is it for the month of October and my plans for November. I will see you guys later. Ta-ta.